Tonight, a perfect storm moves closer. Snow and ice are on their way for the weekend. Dave will have all the details on what to expect. Plus, we hear from a Duluth couple who's helping with recovery efforts after a massive blaze ripped through an apartment in the Twin Cities on Christmas Day. And a woman is behind bars after leading police on a chase through Duluth.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Kristen has the night off tonight. A powerful winter storm that's currently out west but making its way to our area is causing nightmare travel difficulties for some people in the middle of a very busy travel time. The system is now blowing across the southwest after dumping torrential rain and heavy snow on Southern California, with the mountains just outside of Los Angeles getting up to 3 feet of snow. The storm wreaked havoc, closing 2 of the state's major interstates, diverting traffic and leaving travelers frustrated. Heavy snow also fell in Arizona as the massive storm system heads east, causing winter storm watches to go into effect from Colorado to Minnesota. Forecasters expect more than a foot of snow and wind gusts of up to 45 miles per hour could hit the Great Plains region over the weekend. It's impacting most ground and air travel in the storm's path. Airlines, including Delta, are issuing travel waivers to those traveling throughout the upper Midwest. Airports in Duluth, Hibbing, International Falls, and Minneapolis are all on the list. Those traveling to or from one of those airports are able to change their flight for no additional fee. You can check out our website for more details. Meanwhile, Twin Ports officials are preparing for that forecasted snowfall. City of Duluth street maintenance teams will be using salt and sand for icy conditions if needed. Residents are also asked to abide by alternate side parking on Sunday evening. Cars will need to be moved to the odd side of the road between 4 and 8 p.m. Sunday. Over in Superior, Mayor Jim Payne says they will have the plows out as soon as the flakes start to fly, and they'll keep the main routes clear and sanded. And with all that said, we'll turn over to Dave. Dave, it was a mild day today, but that's the calm before the storm, I think, huh?
Yeah, boy, today was gorgeous. And
yeah.
I used it this morning to get my old 1982 snowblower, which was crippled by that first blizzard, back in action. It's running again, so I'm ready.
All
my
right.
loins are girded. And yeah, what a storm system that's coming our way. Let's take a look at the upper Midwest and part of the Southwest here to see that low pressure system coming. Right now it's centered over 4 corners, and indeed, like Tony mentioned, it's been bringing heavy precip to Southern California in the mountains, which is a blessing for those people because they insist on living in a dry climate. They count on that mountain snow melt to have water for the rest of the year. Looks like they'll get it this year. And what are we getting for the weekend? Well, let's fire up our forecast. And for this weekend, we are looking at the clouds to increase tonight as that low tracks towards us. And that low may spawn a secondary low as the weekend progresses. So by Saturday afternoon, a rain and snow mix chance begins around our area. High temp around the freezing mark. Snow should continue with a mix and some ice on Sunday. Then once we get into Monday, it may shift more towards snow, and that's when the bulk of our totals could come across, and we'll show you the latest chart in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. A woman is behind bars after leading authorities on a chase through Duluth this morning. Police did not share exactly when or where it happened, but according to the Duluth Police Department, it all started when the woman fled from a state trooper in her vehicle. Police say she eventually crashed into a snowbank and ran into the woods. Authorities arrested her and she was taken to jail. Charges have not yet been filed, but she had multiple felony warrants out for her arrest. Meanwhile, Duluth police say a pedestrian was hit by a car in the Central Hillside neighborhood this afternoon. It happened around 3:30 on the 200 block of East 5th Street. No word on the extent of the injuries. So far, no citations have been issued. An Ashland man with a long criminal history will spend an extra year in jail for his most recent conviction. Jeremy Strobel was sentenced in district court last week. The 42-year-old will serve that time after the 6-year sentence the state handed down for the same offense. In April, police say they found Strobel passed out in the driver's seat of a car with a gun next to him. He also had drugs. Authorities say Strobel has been on supervision more than 20 times. Authorities have arrested a Minnesota man accused of kidnapping his 6-month-old son from the boy's mother and assaulting her. It happened in a gas station bathroom off Interstate 35 in Wyoming, Minnesota yesterday. The baby was found safe at a home in White Bear Lake a few hours later. Now today, Wyoming police arrested Ben Teets. The 37-year-old is a child's father, but does not have custodial rights. Charges are expected to be filed. Police say the mother was not seriously hurt. The firm responsible for security at Minneapolis' Super Bowl will pay the state $10,000. The firm, Entertainment Protection Group, was banned from working Super Bowl-related events in Minneapolis over qualifications of its workers. The company has found to have at least one convicted felon working Super Bowl events. The settlement deal was finalized this month. It also prevents the company from seeking another private security license in the state. It is believed to be the largest civil penalty the board has handed down to a private security firm. After a fire in the Twin Cities on Christmas morning displaced hundreds of people, help is on the way. Members of the Northland's American Red Cross are heading down to Minneapolis to provide shelter and medical assistance. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with some of the volunteers donating their time.
An early morning fire at a Minneapolis apartment building on Christmas Day left more than 250 low-income and homeless residents without a place to go. So Duluth natives are heading down to the cities with the American Red Cross to help.
So basically what we're doing is we're providing for people's basic needs and health and welfare while they pick up the pieces and figure out what's the next thing in their life.
Rod Winters and Danielle Rogers are both making the trip. Rod will help run the shelter, while Danielle is a registered nurse.
Making sure the food service is working, make sure it's clean, and people are getting their needs taken care of, things like that. A lot of people that come in to shelters like this are medically compromised, or left their prescriptions behind, left their glasses behind, things like that.
Rogers says there's a lot of gratification that comes along with helping others.
It's just so easy to be able to do this for other people and in their worst moments. And any one of us could be in the same position tomorrow.
And sometimes all people need is a shoulder to lean on.
Well, and sometimes it's just being present. And sometimes they don't need anything but a hand and an ear.
Basic need donations have been piling in. Winter says people will need help moving forward.
People can do and make a monetary donation so that people go from basic needs into recovery.
The cause of that fire is still under investigation. You can find a link to donate to the victims of the fire on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Well, millions of dollars are officially on the way to redo the Soo locks. The spending bill President Trump signed last week included $75 million for the next phase of the Soo lock reconstruction. The locks connect Lake Superior and Lake Huron and is a huge shipping passageway. Congressman Pete Stauber from northeastern Minnesota recently touted the project's importance during a visit to Duluth. The money will help launch a 7-year makeover of the locks. Almost $1 million is up for grabs for the Northlands class of 2020. Those scholarships are available through the Duluth Superior Area Community Foundation. The organization offers about 70 scholarships, all for various achievements, backgrounds, and amounts. They say it's something they're proud to offer.
This money is dedicated to local kids, and therefore it's really important that you ask for it, receive it, work, put in an effort to apply for it. Again, there's really a lot of really neat opportunities out there.
The deadline for high school seniors to apply is January 15th. Head on over to our website for more on the qualifications. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, it's shaping up to be a busy weekend for local ski hills. We'll tell you the best way to navigate the crowds if you're hitting the slopes.
Normal high temp is 20. We were warmer than that today and likely will be warmer than that for the weekend, which could add a bit of rain into our snow chances. We'll talk about the odds and the totals coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's happiest moments when everyone has a spot, even spot. A new year is a new chance for savings at Schneiderman's huge year-end clearance. Shop now at Schneiderman's Furniture.
Stop by your local Super One Liquor for all your party and gathering needs. With locations throughout the Northland and northern Wisconsin, Super One Liquor has a commitment to delivering outstanding service, variety, and top quality wines and spirits. And don't forget the massive variety of ice-cold beer and beverages, all at the low prices you've grown to expect. Visit superoneliquor.com anytime to view our weekly ads and in-store specials.
So stop by your local Super One Liquor store. Come for the service. Leave with the savings. Time is running out. There's only 6 days left to save thousands on over 100 pre-owned vehicles under $20,000. Don't miss out. It's the final days, final discounts at Link Ford in Minong or Rice Lake, where reputation is everything.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other Pizza Guy's wings. No one outwings the Hut.
We have team coverage tonight as snow continues to blow across the Northland.
When you watched CBS3, you got up-to-date team coverage.
The city of Duluth and the plow companies do have a plan in place on how to tackle this storm.
Right down to your neighborhood.
I'm joining you live from down in Canal Park.
I-35 and the Highway 2 exits around the Thompson Hill, Proctor area.
Online, on your phone, and on the air.
Waves are very high still. You are not advised to come down to this area.
Clearly the conditions are pretty bad out there. The areas by Park Point are blocked off by the Duluth Police Department.
Braving the elements so you don't have to.
Now, it is worth a mention again that there is still that no travel advisory listed for the city of Duluth.
I mean, look at this. We were actually able to drive through this parking lot here just an hour ago.
For the coverage you need, tune to live, local CBS3.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's outrageous moments. More room for the king of the castle. Free box spring or $200 bonus cash with the purchase of any Stearns & Foster mattress. Only at Schneiderman Sleep.
Are you ready for music's biggest night?
Be there live.
Ooh, the nerves are so bad.
For the first evers.
Will you please exchange rings?
The Can't Believe It.
Let's go!
The mic drops. And the completely, are you kidding me?
Jimmy P started again. I'm sorry, I can't mess this up.
The Grammy Awards.
The best night ever!
Unexpect Everything. Live January 26th on CBS.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, large low pressure system and its twin coming our way for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at these weather alerts around our region issued by the National Weather Service for southern St. Louis County and Carleton County, Aitkin County, and points down towards the Twin Cities, winter weather advisory. And then for the Iron Ranges into the west, straight up winter storm warning there. Right now, Pine County in Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin, and the UP, not under the influence of any advisories or even watches. But of course, that could change as this snowmaker comes to call. First with a rain-snow mix, and then with straight-up snow probably by Monday morning. We'll show you the estimated totals in just a little bit. But let's quickly set the stage by taking a look at the current conditions. Today was a gorgeous day, and it's still beautiful out there with a clear to partly cloudy sky and a current temp at the airport at 23. The wind southwesterly 8 miles per hour. Our relative humidity is 78%, and our barometric pressure high for the time being at 30.19. But that high pressure cell we had today isn't going to be lasting very long. Already clouds increased tonight to set us up for 80 to 90% snow chances Saturday afternoon through Monday morning. 20, or maybe even Monday afternoon. Watersmeet 20. Ashland 24, 25 right now in Superior, also 25 towards Orr, 21 Grand Rapids, low 20s Silver Bay, and also low 20s International Falls. Temperatures for the last week have been warmer than normal. They'll be warmer than normal for the weekend, and that's why we're looking at a pretty decent component of rain and perhaps even ice mixed in with our snow chances. So let's start now by looking at the Doppler map for our neck of the woods, and because of the high pressure visiting briefly, calm in the UP, calm in Wisconsin, even calm in Minnesota, despite the threat of the storm warning and the winter weather advisory, which will take effect probably tomorrow morning around noon or so as the latest, and then last perhaps into Monday morning. All right, let's pull out though and talk about things getting less calm tomorrow as our low pressure system pulls out of the Four Corners region and tracks up towards Lake Superior. For Saturday, again, rain and snow mixes likely around our region, perhaps more rain for Wisconsin and Michigan, and a little bit more in the snow side here for northern Minnesota and east central Minnesota as well. But the low keeps on coming as we get into Sunday. It continues its march towards our region, keeping the snow chance going, like I'm thinking, through Monday afternoon. And by the time this thing does start to wrap up, snow totals just might look like this. For northern Minnesota, including even over the hill in Duluth, 6 to 10 inches. And some of the latest charts are indicating more towards the 10 than the 6. But from Carleton County down towards the west and to the south, probably 4 to 8 there. Much of Wisconsin probably pulling only the 1 to 4 inches there, again, because rain will keep the totals down. But thanks to lake aggravation, the snow belt might be popping up towards the 4 to 8 inch range there as well. All right, let's get into the forecast for the week ahead. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps should run from the teens inland to about 20 by the lake, and clouds will be increasing as the low comes to call. Minnesota says to Wisconsin and Michigan, you'll get the clouds too, and your low temps will run from 18 to 20. For tomorrow, daytime highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper 30s. 80% chance for the rain and snow mix. On that side of the border, probably more rain in the mix than the snow, but perhaps more snow in the mix for Minnesotans. 80% chance. High temps anywhere from 29 to even 39 degrees on that side of the border. Here's our extended forecast. The snow chance, like I mentioned, probably lasts through Monday afternoon. Then Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, we get a chance to shovel and snow blow. For New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, a lot calmer and a little bit cooler. Temperatures dropping back closer to normal, Tony.
All right, well, break out the shovels for the weekend, huh?
Yeah, and fire up the snow blowers. Yeah. You've got a few more hours left to tune yours up like I did this morning, if you've been holding out.
I don't use a snow blower. It's still, you know, the old-fashioned shovel.
That's right. Well, you're half my age, so.
That's true.
Twice my strength.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Well, it's a popular weekend for Northlanders to hit the slopes, and ski hills in the area have been preparing for the crowds. CBS 3's Jenna Wells is live at Spirit Mountain for us right now. Jenna, how are they planning for a busy weekend out there?
Yeah, Tony, the holiday weeks like this are usually pretty popular and a good way for recreation areas like Spirit Mountain here in Duluth to bring in some good money. But officials are a little bit concerned about the weather and that it might put a damper on all the fun.
I'm just snowboarding. We've been out on the park, just got here opening. Pretty chill day.
Spirit Mountain in Duluth is taking advantage of the busy holiday week with extended hill times, camps, and tubing.
These few weeks here are crucial to not only our bottom line, but to setting us up as we move through the rest of the season.
The weekend typically makes for a financial boost, something Spirit Mountain officials are hoping for, after recently receiving $235,000 from the city's tourism tax budget due to a loss of funds.
You know, we needed that as due to that loss of Snowcross, and we then continued on. We finished making snow. We're 100% open now with all slopes and all parks. We'll continue to make snow for the half pipe to get that open as soon as we can, but things are going good.
One concern? A messy wintry mix in the forecast this weekend. Spirit's executive director, Brandy Ream, says they have plans in place to keep the hill intact when the rough weather arrives.
So there are a lot of adjustments that happen. We don't just kind of go through the motions because that's what we do, but we want to present the best skiable surface that we can, and again, the safest surface as well.
But frequent snowboarders say as long as the hill is open, they'll be there.
When the snow comes, probably just ride the hills more, ride the powder.
If you're planning to head to the slopes this weekend, snowboarders say the best technique is to take it slow and have fun.
Be comfortable with what you do, don't try anything new until you really start feeling what the rails are and the jumps, and just ride.
Yeah, so if you do want to come out to Spirit Mountain this weekend, but you are worried about the weather, officials said that they will keep updates on their conditions on their website and on their social media. But for now, it's time for glow tubing. Ah!
Well, there she goes. That looks like fun. That was Jenna Wells live for us at Spirit Mountain tonight. Thanks, Jenna. We'll turn over to sports now with Neil. Neil, that looked like fun. How come you never doing stuff like that?
I wish I was.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm here right now.
In the warm, toasty studio.
Yeah, I'll take toasty over, chilly out there any day. But ahead in sports, the holiday tournaments continue. Top-ranked Hermantown look to continue their winning ways on the ice. Plus, Proctor boys basketball opened the Wood City Classic. Those highlights coming up right after the break.
Northwest Outlet is your ARE truck topper headquarters.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
Some things just can't last forever, like slushy here. And our best offer of the year during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. But hurry, these amazing offers on select Ford models end soon. And so does your chance to earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. During the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, get over $10,000 in total savings on an Expedition. But hurry, it all ends January 2nd.
Black Bear Casino Resort welcomes a country music icon to the Otter Creek Event Center.
Ladies love country boys.
Trace Atkins kicks off the Don't Stop Tour 2020, Friday, January 24th.
How'd she even get them britches on with that honky tonk? But don't get done. Oh, every light in the house is on.
Tickets available at the Players Club or online at blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place.
Ho, ho, ho.
Bring the kids to visit Santa at Miller Hill Mall. We're right here in the Barnes & Noble Court. Now featuring the Santa Photo Experience. You can even reserve a spot online and skip the line. He's here every day until Christmas Eve. Still looking for gifts? Even Santa needs help sometimes. You can't go wrong with a Simon gift card purchase. And we have hundreds of store and restaurant gift cards to choose from. Happy holidays from Miller Hill Mall.
America's Most Watched Network. Tonight, starting at 7, only on CBS3 Duluth. Then, stay tuned for CBS3 News at 10.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. By the time you graduate from college, the outlook for careers in STEM is bright.
But more than that, a career in STEM is rewarding. You get to use your brain in so many different ways, learning skills to solve big problems.
And the world needs you.
Get a better education.
Have a better career. Enjoy a better future.
Are you ready for music's biggest night?
Be there live.
Ooh, the nerves are so bad.
For the first evers.
Will you please exchange rings?
But can't believe it.
Let's go!
The mic drops. And the completely, are you kidding me?
Can we please start it again? I'm sorry, I can't mess this up.
The Grammy Awards.
The best night ever!
Unexpect Everything. Live January 26th on CBS.
At Chevy, we're all family. We're a festive family.
We're a Get Up and Go family. We're all part of the Chevy family.
Because our Chevy employee discount is still available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
So Happy New Year and welcome to the family.
The Chevy family.
Use your Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $11,800 on this Silverado All-Star. The Chevy employee discount for everyone ends soon.
The Hermantown boys hockey team has been in a class of their own to start the season. 7-1-1 to open their schedule. Their only loss coming to AA power Eden Prairie. The Hawks looking to pick up another win in the Hilltopper Classic against Fort Francis. Hermantown wasn't messing around against the Canadians today. Just 21 seconds in, Jackson Lucia fires and Zach Kylan is there for the putback. Hawks take the lead. All gas, no brakes after that. Joey Pierce to Aaron Pionk, who might have a scope on his stick. The slap shot makes it a 2-goal margin. A few minutes later, Pierce wants one of his own, gets the feed from Aiden Dowd. What a rocket. They score 6 goals in the first period. Blake Biondi finds Ethan Lund for that one at last check. Hermantown leads 12-1 in the third. A tough outing for the host team, Duluth Marshall, as they fell to Burnsville by a final of 8-2. The Hilltoppers close out the tournament on Saturday when they face Fort Francis. 8 up and 8 down for the Hermantown girls basketball team, and with another win, the Hawks would find themselves in the title game of the Coaches Classic in Esco. They just need to get by St. Anthony Village in the semifinals. First half, Hawks up 4. Britta Berkland kicks it to a wide open Maya Christensen at the top of the key. Nothing but net on the trifecta, 12-5. Hermantown. Later on, it's Christensen picking up the assist. Bryden Kakowski with a 3 of her own. 4-point lead for the Hawks. But in the end, St. Anthony hands Hermantown their first loss, 62-58. A big-time matchup up north at the MIB Holiday Tournament. The second-ranked team in Class A, Cromwell Wright, took down previously undefeated Duluth Marshall. The Hilltoppers are ranked 3rd in Class 2A. The Cardinals improved to 8-1 overall. Proctor standout Sam Parendo won't have to travel far for her next team in college. The guard committed to UW Superior today. In 8 games of action this season, Parendo is averaging nearly 9 points per game and 2 assists. Parendo is also the all-time assist leader at Proctor. Wood City Classic in Cloquet. Proctor boys facing Pine City. Just over 8 minutes left in the second half. Rails up by 6. Connor St. Germain leading the break. Gets the bucket and the foul. He had 15. Pine City would cut as close as 4 points. Seth Logan led the Dragons in scoring, and he knocks that one down. But Proctor closed it out well. It doesn't make good for good video, but it makes for points on the board. 26 of 28 from the charity stripe. The Rails take the tournament opener 55-46. Anthony, how many free throws do you think you can make out of 28?
Out of 28?
Yeah.
Less than 35%. Less than 35%. Yeah, I think so.
You want 50.
Huh?
50 at least.
I don't know. I'm not very good at basketball. I'm not good at all, despite my height.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Neil. Well, tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, New York City is getting ready for its biggest party of the year. That is, of course, New Year's Eve in Times Square. Crews are now putting on the finishing touches for the celebration, while police also continue to finalize their security plans. More than 1 million people are expected to crowd around and watch that giant ball drop and ring in a new year and a new decade. We'll have more details tonight at 10. And before we go, you guys Star Wars fans? Yeah, no.
First run, baby.
There you go. You remember that? Well, this one's for all the Star Wars fans out there. Mixed reviews doesn't seem to be hurting the latest movie in the Star Wars franchise. In its first week, the final film in the Skywalker saga grossed more than $500 million. Yes, that's billion with a B worldwide. Christmas Day alone brought in an estimated $32 million. That's the best domestic showing for any film on Christmas Day in 4 years. Wow.
A lot of people trying to get out of the house on Christmas Day.
I think you're onto something, yeah. Enough family time, yeah. A lot of people are going to have to stay inside this weekend, though, huh?
That's probably the safest bet, all right, Anthony and Neil, because the roads will get slippery whether you get the rain mix or the snow mix. And it looks like Wisconsinites probably are leaning more towards the rain. So I'm thinking much of northern Wisconsin is going to end up with maybe 1 to 4 inches of snow by the time this thing wraps up on Monday afternoon. North of Duluth, including, frankly, Hermantown and Woodland neighborhood of Duluth, could be in the 6 to 10 inch range. And then Carleton County to the west, 4 to 8 inches. Bottom line, it looks like it's going to be a wet, slippery mess, no matter how you slice it around our region. And yeah, this could go from Saturday afternoon on through Monday afternoon. Then we start to calm down, though, for New Year's and cool down a little bit as well. Lower 20s rather than lower 30s.
All right, we'll keep tracking this. Yet another
Yes,
snowstorm.
we will.
All right, thanks, Dave. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Thanks.